Hey, it's Steve. There is an increasing interest in diet as a modifying factor in MS, and gluten seems to be suggested to affect MS the most. Nice DC has asked me to do a video about gluten. There is still not enough evidence to state whether gluten plays a role in making MS worse or not. When it comes down to our immune system, T helper cells are a type of white blood cell that helps produce inflammatory molecules to combat infection. There are different kinds. There are Th1, Th2, and Th17 mainly. Knowing if you are Th1 or Th2 and Th17 dominant is an important piece of the wellness puzzle of the immune system. It can help you figure out what you should be doing. The immune system starts with the precursor cell that is then decides whether it wants to become a Th1, Th2, or Th17. It makes the decision based on your genes and your environment. It's good to have a balance of Th1, Th2, and Th17, but for some reason this doesn't happen in MS. We are usually skewed in the direction of the Th1 and Th17 direction. Since we are, often we have issues with food sensitivities. They can range from experiencing some kind of inflammation from food. They come as a result of an overactive Th1 immune system. Since our Th1 cells are always overactive, it's more likely to attack food-based components that are not actually harmful at all. The result is inflammation as a result of a specific protein from gluten. So here's where gluten comes in. If you are suffering from things like nausea, stomach pain, brain fog, and just general discomfort after eating gluten, most likely you are like I was and are gluten sensitive. A lot of us are. And a lot of us are doing things to try to boost our immune system using supplements. But unfortunately, that can spell disaster for our brains. Suppressing that increased Th1 also increase the problem, aka inflammation. I would recommend staying away from all supplements that do anything to the immune system. There is something different that can be done that I do that can end the sensitivity. So, globally, gluten is a lectin, one of many. Lectins are a type of protein found in especially high amounts in legumes and whole grains, especially wheat. You see, everyone wants to talk about gluten, but a lot of people aren't talking about lectins. They are all one and the same though. The problem is cutting out gluten can mean cutting out life experiences. And that is just, So if you've been experiencing symptoms after eating wheat, here's how I overcame it. First and foremost, I shifted the composition of my diet to focus away from gluten. Protein is essential to build muscle, which fights multiple sclerosis. So right away, 44% of my daily calories come from complete protein. Chicken, eggs, and protein powder make the backbone of my diet. Then comes the half head of lettuce, romaine lettuce, and a handful of nuts. But when it comes next is gluten packed. A big bowl of old-fashioned oatmeal. I loved it and I didn't want to give it up. So this is how I overcame it: isolation. Instead of going all the willy-nilly and eating everything under the sun, very early on I identified that sensitivity. Recalling back to the beginning of this video, our immune systems are geared towards inflammation. Part of it is caused by gluten. So I picked the one food I couldn't live without: oatmeal. To adapt to eating it, I realized early on, small changes win out. I started with a small serving. A small serving. And slowly ate more and more over time. It turned out that worked because I adapted. And that adaptation, now I don't have any ill effects. I don't chance it, that's for sure. I don't want to. But if, let's say, I wanted to eat more oatmeal one day than I currently do now, I would probably do it a little bit over time like I did already. What really shuts down inflammation is eating just once a day. I would love to hear from everyone out there their thoughts about gluten. Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Until the next one.